Hey, what's up, guys? It's Nick from Nick's Empire Figs, and today we're going to be looking at the Inhumans 2-pack Black Bolt and Marvel's Triton. At the top right corner, the left, or yeah, the top right corner, we get the warning symbol. The top left corner, you get the Marvel Legends logo, and then the bottom left corner, you get the 4 plus symbol, and the bottom right corner, you get the Hasbro symbol. Looking from the outside, it looks like Black Bolt comes with 4 extra pairs of hands. Triton comes with 2 extra pairs of hands and an extra head sculpt. As well as Black Bolt, he comes with another head sculpt and he comes with these wings here, small ones and big ones, which is pretty cool. You have those two options there. And now let's take a look at the side of the box here. You get Black Bolt and Triton. I don't know who did the artwork, but it looks pretty good. You get Black Bolt punching, you get Triton at the bottom, maybe swimming in the water, seeing as that he can breathe underwater. I was looking at the description a little earlier because I don't know too much about these characters here. Um, I just know that a lot of people don't really care for these characters here, but me personally, I was very interested to complete this team, to have these guys in the collection. So let's look at the description here, and it says exposure to the Terrigen Mist granted Black Bolt the power to shatter mountains whenever he speaks. So he rules Atlan. Is it Atlan? Uh, is it Atalan or Atlan? I don't know how to say it. As a silent king, with the help of fellow inhuman Triton, whose transformation from Terrigenesis allows him to breathe underwater. See, as I said, he can breathe underwater. I was reading this little description earlier. I still can't pronounce Atlan. Atalan. I don't know if I'm even saying it right. But yes, this is what these characters can do. These are their powers. Now let's move on to the box and let's take these guys out of the box and see what these accessories are about. Got the figures out of the packaging here, guys. Let's take a look at the accessories here. He comes with 4 of these wings here. You get the 2 little ones here that can port to the back of Black Bolt. And then I put the big ones on already. So you can put these in the back of the figure. There's a little port and a little slot here. You can see right there in the bicep area right there, and it just ports in pretty good, pretty sturdy. It's not going to fall out. Flick it as much as you want, it's not going to fall out. So that's pretty good. The line work on this figure looks really good. Nothing to complain about so far. No paint defects, nothing out of line, out of place, so that looks good. Take a look at the back of the figure here. Yeah, I don't see any paint defects. Maybe this little piece here, but even then, that's nothing to complain about. So yeah, I don't see anything there, but this is what the wings look like on the figure here. Now let's take a look at Black Bolt's screaming head. I wish they would have given us the Kirby crackle to go on top of Black Bolt's head. At least I think that's what that's called. But on the other Black Bolt figure that's on the Bucky Cap mold, he came with a little effect piece that was on top of this thing here, and it looked like he was using his powers with it, and I like that. I like that effect, but they didn't add it to this figure this time, which kind of sucks. But that's nothing to complain about. Let's move on. The head sculpt looks pretty good. Screaming face, white eyes. Let's put this head sculpt down. Now let's take a look at Triton's head sculpt. He comes with a mask, yellowish eyes here. You can see the bumps all throughout his head, the darker greens in the fin, pointy fins here. He has some pointy ears as well. This might be another look that he has in a comic book. So you want to use this. This is the option. This is another option you have here for Triton. Looks pretty good. Head sculpt is pretty good. And then we get the hands here. Black Bolt comes with 4 extra pairs of hands here. You get these more open hands here, right? And nothing different, nothing that we haven't seen before. All black hands. And we get these two flying hands here as well. And Triton also gets these, but his are purple and Black Bolts are black. These here, get this is what this looks like. Boom. And then as for Triton, you can feel the texturing all throughout the figure here. It feels pretty good. I like the purple on the figure. It pops. So does the green. It pops. Looks like Black Bolt and him will pretty much have the same articulation here outside of the butterfly joints. I think the butterfly joints are just a little bit different. Um, Triton has these kind of like cuffs in the inside right here. They're not really like doing much. They should have just given him a different kind of butterfly joint because this is pretty bad. Like you're not even getting that much movement out of the figure here when it comes to the butterfly joint. But we'll save that for the articulation part of the video here. I just wanted to take a look at the figure itself, the texturing. You can see the sculpted muscles all throughout the figure here. Um, Looks pretty good. You get the purple sculpted in on the side of his leg here. I don't know what that is, but it looks good. Nothing to complain about. Yellow eyes. He has kind of a darker green in the fin. And on this one, he has shorter fins. And the other one, it's like a different type of head. So this is like probably another look that he has, and I like this look. It looks pretty cool, but I think I most likely will keep this head on for the time being because I want that classic look. Um, but yeah, guys, that's it for the accessories, the line works, the greens, the purples. I think they did a good job on Black Bolt with the silver and the black. None of the paint work is bad. The line work is pretty good, so I think they did a good job so far. So right now for aesthetics, accessories, I think they knocked it out of the park. Let's move on to the articulation, and I will see you guys there. All right, guys, let's start with Triton here. He has an ab crunch that can go all the way down, really good amount, really good for this figure. You can go all the way back this much here. He has bicep swivel, do full rotation all the way around, bicep swivel on this side, full rotation. He kind of has a butterfly joint here, as I was explaining earlier. I was showing that this isn't really that good. It kind of sucks here because it's kind of just on a cuff and then it just sits in there. They should have given him what Black Bolt has. His butterfly joint looks a little bit better and it looks like it functions better. This one you're barely getting any movement out of it. So those are some points knocked off there. You can get him in a full V pose here, like that. This is what he looks like. Boom, and then you get the hand here that can go up and down, fair amount, up, down, go back up with it, down. Same with the other side. He has a waist swivel here. Boom. Belt covers it up. Thigh swivel on both sides, the right and the left. Right there. Double jointed knees. Almost kicking his butt. Really good amount of movement going on here. Go up with it. Really good amount movement. Right there. He is pinless as well, which is a plus. Makes the figure not as gummy. And then you have double jointed elbows here. that can go all the way up about this much. Double jointed elbows go this much on that side. And let's see, what is he sitting on? Most likely he is sitting on a disc hinge. He's sitting on a disc hinge. He's not sitting on a double ball peg. Double ball peg, that is not what he's sitting on. Let's put this back on. He can look up this much, pretty good amount on the disc hinge. Look down. I'd probably say the downside to the disc hinge sometimes is that you're not going to be able to get much movement out of the head. Like, look at that. Side to side movement, that's not really good. You're not going to be able to look down. You're not going to be able to look down the other way. It's just, you know, I mean, you can look down. You can look down. Don't get me wrong. You can. You can. But with the disc hinge, it limits the head from moving side to side. Right. So that kind of sucks here. Maybe if they were to put a ball joint at the neck, so the neck would have articulation as well. So then you can move the head just a little bit more to the right and a little bit more to the left. Um, but I don't know if that would cost them more money to be adding more articulation to the figure. So I don't know how all of that works, but that's just my way of thinking of what they can do to improve on the figure so far. That's all of the articulation for Triton. Now let's move on to the black bolts. Put this guy down, have him sit up against the wall. Let's take these fins off here. We don't need those on. So he has a ab crunch as well that can go down pretty good amount. I'd probably say Triton's felt better. It feels like it wants to go down this much, but it just pops right back up. It kind of just pops right back up. But this is still really good amount for a Black Bolt figure, I think. Um, him going back, this is as far as he can go. The line work looks pretty good. I like the silver on the figure. It's as far as he can go back. Head sculpt, he can look up this much with the head sculpt. He's also sitting on a disc hinge. As I said, you have the same issues with the head. If they were to put a ball joint at the neck, and you would have more movement and more articulation there. And then you would probably want to use double ball peg with the ball joint at the neck so you can get all of the articulation that you can out of the figure. Um, let's see. Butterfly joint, pretty stiff. It's pretty stiff. You're not really getting much movement out of it, but there is a butterfly joint here on this figure. Right there. This one's a lot better. This one feels a lot better. Maybe if you were to put a little bit of some like shock oil, some silicone oil onto the figure here, it would help with the joint. But this one here is a lot better. The butterfly joint's a lot better. This is what they should have just given Triton here. It looks better too, in my opinion. Uh, but he is pinless as well. Double jointed elbows that can go up this far. That's what that looks like. On both sides, he has a full rotation on the bicep here, with the bicep swivel. And then you also have double jointed elbows on this side. You get double jointed knees. Oh, pretty stiff, I'm not going to lie. Wow. All right, let's see. Can we get it? That's not good. Be careful, guys. This is stiff. This right here is stiff. He is double jointed, but just be very careful. I'm trying my hardest to get this. I don't want to break the figure, so most likely I'm going to have to heat it up put it in some water or use a hair dryer to get this heat into the figure here, so it will be able to do all of the articulation here, because that kind of sucks here. But he is double jointed on the knees. They're pretty stiff. Other knee was able to go up. It looks like he can almost kick his butt, so it looks like I was still able to show you guys what that looks like. So we have this here. I forgot to show you guys what did I forget to show you guys on the Triton figure? I forgot to show you his ankle articulation. It looks like he has boot swivel here on Black Bolt. He has boot swivel here. He also has a thigh cut here. Black Bolt has a thigh cut that can move side to side on both the right and the left here. Feet can go all the way down. They can make a full rotation right here on both sides. So that is it for the articulation on Black Bolt right there. Let's put him down. Let's take a look at Triton again. I think I missed. Oh, yeah, he does have boot swivel. He has boot swivel, so I would have missed that. He has boot swivel. His articulation at the feet can go down this much, up this much, make a full rotation. Same with the other side. Go all the way down with it. Go up, full rotation. Boom. Pretty good. So far, I really like this 2-pack, guys. I think they did a really good job with this. I'm going to give this a solid uh I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10. I'm giving this a solid 8 out of 10 just for the fact that I think the neck articulation and the head articulation can be better on both of these figures. And I think that if they were to put a ball joint at the neck here, it would give us more articulation here. Same with Black Bolt. I think the butterfly joints here on Triton are not that good. Same with Black Bolt. So I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10, but there's some points to be knocked off on this figure here, on both of these figures here. So because of, the head articulation, everything else, I'm giving it a solid 8 out of 10. I think that is a fair rating. I think I think they did a good job with these figures, and it's going to be cool to add to the collection. Other than that, guys, like and subscribe to my videos. I post every Tuesday. I try to post every week. I am going to try to start posting 2 videos every week. But I got to build up some money. I got to save up some money in order to get some more figures here so I can review them. But for now, I'll just stick to the 1 video a week. But I will try to do 2 videos a week. Other than that, I really appreciate you guys sticking around to the end. Stick around all the way to the end, because I like to leave some poses to show you guys what these figures can do. Other than that, I will leave my TikTok in the description, and I will see you guys another day.